opinion here from a piece I found. It says it's a big moment for the AI industry as the pressure for AI companies to actually come out with a usable, not to mention sustainable product. Though AI companies accounted for 40% of the money raised by US startups last year, the vast majority of them have yet to turn a profit. And many AI startups struggle to find any consistent revenue stream at all beyond the tech-crazed venture capitalists, and a not insignificant number have been caught misleading investors about the AI's capabilities to keep the cash flowing.
I talked to
Smoke and mirrors.
I talked to a VC yesterday, and we were guesstimating, because of the sheer number of AI companies that have raised capital, if you just did it on a company basis, I'm thinking 90% to 95%. There's going to be some tremendous outliers, but just go to zero.
How much? What percent did you say?
Above 90%.
Yeah, interesting.
It might be 95%.
Might be even now more with the AI frenzy situation that it was usually for SaaS, right? Well, I'm saying I was in this industry for a decade, but based on what I heard.
Patrick, how is the volume of pitch decks coming that are AI in the VC world that are coming over to you?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Like how many of the pitch decks that you're currently receiving? Like, what's the sentiment generally? Is it like majority AI or not so much? Is it slowed down, sped up?
So I'm probably not the best judge of exactly that question that you're asking. That someone in a generalist firm will have a better sense of that as a part of the overall market. But what I can tell you is that the amount of pitch decks that all of a sudden have the word AI on the front page, yeah, that has changed tremendously. And it almost filters a lot of companies easily out for me, not because I want to be, whatever, a dick about it, but it tells me that it's a signal that you haven't been thoughtful about the non-obvious part of your business. If the non-obvious part of your business, the best part of that is that you are AI enabled, that's very likely not going to translate into my taste for non-obviousness, A. And B, a lot of the things that really make our sector better, in the end, you can do with AI or without AI. But what's going to make it better is some critical workflow in how we stack atoms on top of each other needs to be improved. Sometimes it's the physical part of it. Sometimes it's the pre-construction part of it. But anyhow, somehow this workflow needs to feed into someone putting atoms on one another. And if the best way that you can do on the most important slide of your deck, which is the cover page, is to emphasize that you're AI enabled, it's not a good signal. I had a quick anecdote. I had a review of a pitch deck that a angel sent me today, and the pitch deck read AI enabled CFO for XXX in construction. I wasn't interested in the business. It lacked pretty much all the ingredients that fit my taste. And I wrote back to the angel, not to the founder, to the angel, and I said, man, get rid of that AI on the front page. They really need to improve what is it that is unique about their take on the business here. And so that happens a lot.
Also, one thing I've observed, we obviously speak to a number of corporate people on Bricks and Bytes, and Martin, I don't know if you've noticed this too, but I think probably maybe 6 to 8 months or so ago, it felt like people were very positive and excited about AI. But I've noticed maybe within the last 2 to 3 months, the conversations, people are getting way more skeptical of what's been thrown about, and they're not so as excited as they used to be, and they approach it from more of a like, oh, what do you want from me, as opposed to, yeah, let's hear what you have to say.
Like I said earlier, I think it's people are looking for the outcomes rather than just a promise of technology solving a problem. Yeah, so they're looking for the outcome, and I guess they tried a bunch of those solutions, and they're adding probably confusion rather than solution or outcome, and that's why it is what it is.
Very happy to hear that.
And to add some confirmation bias to this, when I was researching this morning, found a February 2025 study by an independent research firm, Tech.co, found that 58% of businesses using AI were doing so because of pressure from competitors. Not necessarily because like they need the AI or they want to use AI, but because their competition are. So all the more reason for businesses to be aware of people exaggerating AI capabilities and claims.